Hey there, traders. Hope you like that new intro. I'm kind of excited about that. We've been building this live stream up as we go to complement the regular scheduled recorded podcast. So, first off, hey, thanks for joining us on today's live 10-minute stock trader podcast, where we have the tools, tips, and tricks to help you trade faster and trade smarter. And on these episodes, we're going to be talking about what news is going on out there. And hey, listen, if you stay to the end, I'm actually going to show you a way to get 30 days of artificial intelligence stock picks for free. But you got to make sure you stay all the way to the end of the episode to hear that. So first, I'd like to say hello and welcome. I'm Christopher Uhl, your host. But what I really want to talk about is the airline industry. My mouse is stuck. Airline booking trends stay weak as recovery timeline pushed back. Boy, I got to tell you, that is by far the biggest impact that I have seen in a while in my family and others is the fact that like airlines are just like toast. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in the airline industry right now. I mean, for our family, right before the coronavirus hit. I mean, like this is the first time we were ever planning on going on a cruise, and cruise lines would fall into this category here that we're talking about. It was literally like days before. Like we had picked out our cabins, we're all ready to go, we're getting out our credit card. And I'm like, hang on a minute, let's just wait for something. I couldn't tell you what. The next day, it was like everything's in lockdown. You can't leave your house. And I'm like, well, it's a good thing we didn't buy that cruise. Geez. Now, my family, I mean, we travel like other families, and this is the first year I can ever remember I've not booked a single night at a hotel. I've not booked a single flight at all in 2020. And I can only imagine just how hard this is hitting not just airlines, but just all the people around the whole travel industry. I mean, like this article here from Seeking Alpha literally talks about how sales are down year over year 82.9%. Could you imagine if 82% of your business was gone over a year? Like that's some hard stuff right there. It's unbelievable. Hey, do me a favor real quick. I totally forgot to mention this. If you're watching this live, make sure you hit the thumbs up and put in the chat 10-minute traders. That way I can keep track, make sure that this is working. Because in all honesty, I have no idea if it's working or not. I hope it is. But yeah, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up there. Whatever platform you're watching on, we're broadcasting both to YouTube and to Facebook. And also type in the chat 10-minute traders. And then if you would also, if you're watching this on replay, put in hashtag team replay. I would appreciate that very much. That way I can make sure that it is working. So enough about the airlines. I mean, just the doom and gloom, right? Let's actually look at the chart of them. So I pulled up a chart, and you would think that things are awesome over an airplane land here, because dude, like that's a crazy, crazy, crazy jump right there. I couldn't tell you what from. Let's just go from the low to the high. I'd say, holy moly, that's a 69.99% growth in 27 trading days. Okay. If you were to trade this, I would be highly cautious trading this right now because I think the move has been made. But then again, that's just my personal opinion. But man, what a move that was. So let's go take a look at this. So it's up like nearly 5% on the day. As you saw, a huge run up recently. Hang on, that's like the highest it's been since June. But then again, in June, it also had a giant run and then an utter collapse right after that. So I would be really careful with this. But we have broken over the 200-day. That's this dark green line here. The 200-day generally signifies a bull or bear market, just in roundabout terms. So you could look at it like that. We've crossed the 200-day, and it is going up. Now, nothing's showing up on our power scanner today for opportunity to go long. And in fact, that kind of correlates with what I saw on FinClub today with the artificial intelligence data. Today is a red market trajectory, which means caution, strong downward momentum, entry not advised. Run over to our chart for the SPY real quick. We'll talk about that. Still waiting. My internet's been kind of crazy slow today. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So yeah, SPY's been trending up nicely. The last couple days it's been doing pretty well. But FinClub is telling us that, hey, entry not advised, strong downward momentum. If you look back at the macro momentum chart, last week we were down in the, I think it was high 50s, like 57, I believe. Now we're down to 49. In fact, let's go over to our momentum chart here. It's a little bit easier to see in a graph. Here it goes. So this is the macro momentum. You can see how it fell from around late November. Kind of actually bottomed last week, 51. It's still pretty low. What you want to see on this chart is you want to see it curving up if you're looking to go long as a point of interest, or curving down if you're looking to take profits. And right now, sitting right in the middle, I mean, that's just like no man's land. Like, this is not, to me, this doesn't have the momentum that I'd be looking at to trade. And then if you just take a look at the today's market trajectory was a red day, and that's just not lining up for an opportunity for me. So let's talk about the picks for the day, and then we'll get on with the show. I tell you what, this is going so slow for me. Maybe it's because I'm streaming out too. Do me a favor, if you have not already put in the chat 10-minute traders, do that for me. And if you're watching on the replay, please put team replay. Oh man, going so slow. I don't know what's going on today. All right, I pulled up the picks earlier. One of them is Russia, RUSHA, Russia. Okay, here it comes. Finally. So Russia. Now all the picks failed today. Whenever everything fails, that means the artificial intelligence data is kind of giving you a heads up, saying, "Hey, don't trade this stuff." Which is actually like super, super important whenever you're looking to trade, is also when to know not to trade. And I mean, like, when you know this kind of stuff, that's the behind the scenes information that the people on Wall Street have been using for years, and the kind of information that the algorithms out there are using. So now you can use that too whenever you have this. So today was a fail on all the picks, but that's okay. Like I said, it's knowing when to trade these. Now, our high probability target on Russia was 40.56. Russia's currently trading at 39.29, high of 40. So it didn't quite hit our target price, but that's to be expected on a red day. But if Russia had been on your list to trade, RUSHA, maybe today you would have known not to trade it because it failed. Next, let's go to PFS. PFS, Provident Financial Services. This has a high today of 1742. FinClub's pick was 1731. Look at that. It actually hit today's FinClub pick. Let's talk about that real quick. That does happen even on fail days where it will still hit the FinClub pick. Let's see what time it hit it at. I always like to go back and look at that. I mean, I didn't trade it obviously because it was a red day. And this is going to take a long time apparently. But the point is that it does hit our target of the day, even on a fail, which is pretty cool. Let's look at IG or IPGP. What is IPGP? Phototronics. Photronics. Yeah, Photronics, not Phototronics. Photronics. Let's take a look at that one. So, oh man, that one's up nicely too. 213.15. FinClub had a price target of 214.19, so it's on its way. Today's range, 213.66. So yeah, even though this didn't pass today, it still is showing a lot of strength, which is pretty cool. So that's what's one of the really cool things about FinClub, is that they actually like try to find the most conservative trades versus the most aggressive trades, right? You're never going to see something that's like, oh, it's 100% estimated ROI today. No, like all that kind of stuff is just scammy. No, it doesn't work like that, right? But I mean, for me, like trading with artificial intelligence just literally makes things so much easier because it's right there on the screen. This stock, this price, and this time frame. Pass or fail. Oh, easy enough. So, all right, here's PFS. Oh yeah, it hit it really early and then came right back down. But yeah, this stock's been nice and strong too. And that's another reason why I love trading with this, is because it just like, when are you ever going to look at these stocks, right? Probably never. But whenever everything's up on the screen like this, it just makes life a lot easier. Now listen, if you want to get the 5-step plan that we use whenever we're trading every day, which includes knowing the market trajectory, market momentum, everything like that we're covering here, you need to head on over to AIStockTradingSystem.com. And there, like I promised you earlier, I'm going to show you how to get 30 days of free artificial intelligence stock picks whenever you go over to AIStockTradingSystem.com. And hey, hopefully on the next episode, we will have a green day. The first 3 of these so far we've done have been all red days, which red days are part of trading. You cannot ever dismiss the fact that there will be days when you shouldn't trade. And that's one of these days. So listen, if you found this useful, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button. You know that helps with the algorithm. Make sure you comment when you are watching this, either 10-minute traders if you're watching it live, or if you are watching the replay, put in hashtag team replay. And listen, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in to today's How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, where we give you the tools, tips, and tricks to help you trade faster and trade smarter. I'll see you on the next episode.